my darlings, welcome to your weekly reading. Thank you for your patience. I know it's a couple of days late for you. I am going to be pulling 3 different decks, the Guiding Light Oracle for an overriding message for each of the star signs, and then going to be pulling as well the Tarot of Mystical Creatures to see where you are and Spirit's advice for you. And then I'm going to finish with an affirmator because it's nice to have a takeaway tool, isn't it, from a reading. If this reading resonates or I resonate as a reader, thank you so much as ever for liking this video. Thank you for your wonderful comments, your shares, your subscribes, your mentions, and also for those of you who have become members of this channel. As many of you are aware, my gift back to you for your support of this channel is the Pay What You Can 30-minute online readings, and the link to book that in my website is in the description box below. So moving ahead, I shuffled the cards and Aquarius has come out first of all. We are going to see with the Guiding Light Oracle what the overriding theme is for your week, for whenever you see this reading. So we have got Reaching for the Stars, number 48. So 4 is about stability, my darling, and 8 is about action. So it says here, you have barely scratched the surface. You have unlimited potential and you are getting ready to experience this firsthand. Very interesting expression, firsthand. You are getting ready, you are preparing for an experience that's going to ask of your considerable courage and input, and you have barely scratched the surface of your potential. So where you might feel at this time that you're not good enough, actually Spirit is saying, you know nothing, you don't know anything yet, you haven't yet seen how good you are. You know, whenever we enter into something new, there is always a period of time where we are learning a new skill, embracing it, starting it as a novice per se, but that allows for an extraordinary scope of experiences to present themselves to us in our lives in order for us to expand on that skill, expand on that creative expression. And it is, you know, things start with thought. Everything that we have surrounded us now, it starts with thought, and it presents itself to us as matter because somebody has taken a thought and through a developing skill and expertise created something in the material that's come out of it. So there is unlimited potential for you. Reach for the stars. Literally, the message is stretch yourself at this time, stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone at this time. So that is your overriding message. Let's have a look to see where you are, my angels. Thank you. Barely scratched the surface. There is so much more. It's like a volcano having untapped potential. There's so much more to come up and out. Thank you, Spirit. For Aquarius, where are they right now within their energy space? Thank you. What wishes to come out? I love these tarot of curious creatures. They're all, look at this, my darling, Ace of Pentacles. So I feel you have been given some form, well, it's very close, it's within your energy. It's either, if it's arrived or it's about to arrive, some form of offer that is of great value to you. Now, you may not recognize it yet of great value because you may be unsure of your potential in this, but it's literally being presented to you as a divine idea within divine timing. And it is something that has growth to it. You see the path of the grass here, and the grass represents things that are there all the time that we may not pay attention to, but are very necessary, are very important. And grass is very, very necessary for the world. So this Ace of Pentacles is this new opportunity, this potential for growth for you. And you can see here, can you see the little bee there as well? It is something that you are being asked to perhaps just spontaneously consider. Perhaps before reacting with, oh, I don't know if I can do that, respond with, do you know what? I'm just going to flutter over, I'm going to fly over and I'm going to see what this is about. I'm going to be curious about it because it's something that is really sweet, a really sweet offer for you. So that's where you are right now. Let's have a look at Spirit's advice for you. And in fact, I'm also seeing the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is about your skill, my darling. This is about your skill. Here he is as this sort of tailor. You can tailor this. Thank you, Spirit. You can tailor this offer to however you want it to be. That's the beauty of what this offer is for you. You can tailor it. You can make it your own. You can dress it up. You can dress it down. You can do whatever you wish and desire to do with it. It is yours to do with. And it is because you have the ability and the skill to take something and make something of it. So you have a way of pulling things together as well. And the otter is to say to you, go with it. Go with where life is showing you. Go with the flow of this, okay? Don't try and go against this at this time. Be curious, have some fun with it, play with it as well. So that is really, really special. Let's have a little look at terms of any other spirit's advice for you. Thank you. Very simple reading for you today, my darling. 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Where attention goes, energy flows with this 8 of Wands. And you've got here this wonderful frog almost being chased here by wands, you know, and your wands energy is about what's pushing you at this time. It's almost like it's pushing, universe is pushing you at this time to take action. And although there may be, and to take a leap, you know, the frog is talking about taking a leap of faith, and actually it's the transformation. Frogs talk about transformational because there is a transformation from the newt to the frog, and it's quite quick. So this is a very, this situation, this opportunity can change very quickly for you, can change circumstances very quickly for you. But equally, this opportunity could disappear because opportunities in divine design happen in divine design and divine timing. So they're saying don't tally. It's a very interesting expression. I haven't used that before. Don't tally. Is it don't tally? Don't tally with this. Go and be curious about it. And 8, my darling, is about taking action, okay? And take this action at this time. And alongside of that, you've got, of course you've got the 6 of Wands. And this is about the harmony, the harmony that's going, the successful harmony that's going to come out of this Ace of Pentacles for you, the recognition that you are going to receive not only for yourself, from yourself, but also from others as well. And it is with I'm getting this loving embrace of energy. You deserve this, my darling. You deserve this opportunity. You deserve this success. And it's also about taking center stage now. You've got to step up and take center stage in this. Step forward, step up, take center stage. And I did something on this for my members yesterday as well. You know, you have to understand that you are producing, acting, directing your life how you choose for it to go, and you are the lead actor in your life. And there is a sort of closure of this scene of your life, okay, that will get rapturous applause, but you've got to step forward. You've got to take center stage. You've got to step up. You've got to reach for the stars. And also I'm sort of seeing stars like being well known as well. Reach for the stars. You've barely scratched the surface. You have unlimited potential, and you're getting ready to experience this firsthand. So let's have a look to see for you what the affirmation deck is saying for you. Thank you for Aquarius. And of course, the word has come out of courage, my darling, taking the leap here, courage. And it says, life presents challenges, and facing these challenges requires courage. Sometimes it's the courage to overcome fear or doubt. Other times it's the courage not to give up in the face of adversity or to stand up for what you believe is right. Courage often means letting go of the familiar and stepping out of your comfort zone, reaching for the stars, delving into and utilizing the great inner strength that you have. The affirmation is, I have the strength to deal with any challenges today brings. I am courageous when others are afraid. Courageous, courage, encouragement, all comes from core, which is Latin for heart. So when you approach something wholeheartedly, you are approaching it with courage. And it's really interesting that when you choose to face something with courage, with that wholehearted approach, what you have chosen to face simply disappears, because the power of love is stronger than the power of fear. So take that leap, reach for the stars, take that opportunity, be curious about it, and know that it is coming to you for a reason, okay? It is coming as part of your divine design. So there we are, angels. That is your reading for the week. And I trust that that has helped those that have resonated with it, my darlings. I look forward to doing another one for you next week. So in the meantime, we now have Cancer, my darlings. Cancer, you are next. So let's see what Spirit has to say for you. So we are using, first of all, the Guiding Light Oracle for Cancer, please, to get an overriding message. Thank you. Heavy Heart has come out. Take time to nurture your emotional wounds. Number 1 and 4. 1 is about the newness, the new beginnings, new starts and things. 4 is about stability. And 1 and 4 makes 5, which is change. So there is, I feel, at this time for you, a great deal of change that is occurring, is happening in your life. And Spirit is guiding me to say the word happening again. It is happening right now. It is happening in this present moment. It is a happening. It is not something that will continue to happen forever. It is something that Spirit is encouraging, your soul is encouraging for you right now to not ignore the emotional wounds, the heavy heart, not to try and plaster it up or put a sticky plaster on it with other forms of temporary fixes. To take the time to nurture at this time, whatever it is that you feel is nurturing for yourself. When we nurture, it matters. It's mother in Latin, mater. So to nurture yourself is to encourage yourself, is to self-love, is to not talk unkindly to yourself. And it does take time. And that is one of the old things that our mothers would always say to us, isn't it? Time heals, and time does heal, but it heals naturally for you. There are emotional wounds. They do hurt. Listen to what those feelings are saying to you. They need and desire to come up and out and to be released. They can only be released with understanding. So let's see where you are right now. Thank you. But with this 1 and 4, there is change happening for stable new beginnings for you. It is something that when we go through one chapter into the next chapter of our life, there is, of course, change that happens. It doesn't just, you don't wake up one day and life has changed. There is the process of change. It can be a process of chaos, but cause has an omnipotent symphony. So within the chaos, within the disorder, there is then a space for the universe to bring in order for you, but in a way that is recognizing the energy, the vibration with which you are at. And so if you're taking time to nurture your emotional wounds, then you are going to move through this in a process that is going to, in effect, bring in a positive change for you. And that is the purpose of taking time to nurture. Because if we ignore these emotional wounds, then we have ignored ourselves, we have ignored the lesson, we have ignored the understanding, and we do it all over again in perhaps a different experience. So let's have a look to see where you are right now, my darling, for Cancer, for those that most need to hear this message. Thank you. And we have got the Chariot. So it's actually quite sweet. Do you see with this camel here, he's almost got this grin saying, yeah, well, I kind of know I have been ignoring it a little bit, but, I'm busy and I've got things to do and I've got places to go and people to see. So Spirit is saying that, yes, there is. You see, the thing about the camel, oh, sorry, bear with me. Something just pinged. The thing about the camel, and something has popped up on my screen. I need to get rid of that. There we go. The thing about the camel, my darling, is that the camel talks about the endurance of the journey, and that actually you have everything you need at this time to not only endure, but thrive on this journey, not just survive, to thrive on this journey. because the camel will traverse across the desert, and the desert can seem endless and limitless in terms of its never-ending expanse of almost nothingness and unstable ground. But there is a different way of doing it, they're saying, and he's riding a bike here. So it's a little bit like riding a bike. They're saying that you actually are very able to, you have no stabilizers here or anything, you're actually very able to ride through the situation, okay, to ride through the situation if you trust your intuition, okay, if you ask for assistance from spirit, ask for assistance from your guides. Do you see the wings here on the front of the bike here? And also allow yourself to feel a sense of progression, because there is something that is changing. There is something that is making headway. There is something that is moving here. This is the Chariot. This is a life experience card. This is about quick movement. And if you will allow yourself to feel that you're not actually stuck, you're in a process of rehabilitating yourself, you're in a process of readjustment, and readjustment, you have to take a little bit of time to readjust things. So there is movement. You can sail through this, my darling, if you look to see what are you sensing has progressed in this situation for you, not just what your mind is telling you, which has a tendency to have a narrow concept of it. What are you sensing has progressed? What is that sense of progression that you've got? Use your other senses, thoughts, feelings about the situation, and you will see that there has been quite a quick advancement in this. And it's a slightly different approach than you might normally take, but it's going to really help you at this time. And it's also going to help you to embrace, to nurture the wounds that still need dressing, still need to be addressed. And let's have a look to see what Spirit's advice for you is. Thank you. That wanted to come out, the Four of Swords. Take time, take the time, my darling. The Four of Swords, as we know, is the card for healing, but it's about stable healing, okay? This is the little sloth. He's sleeping. Don't underestimate the power of rest. Don't underestimate the power of taking time out. Don't also, you see, she's on a swing. So there is a natural sort of back and forth energy that happens when we go through periods of great change, periods of healing. And there are times where we feel we've taken 3 steps forward, and then the next day we feel like it's 2 steps back. It's all as it's meant to be, because what happens is that certain feelings will come up on certain moments in time for you to address them, for you to address your wounds. They will come up for you to recognize them, but they may only come up in a deeper level. It's like onion peeling, okay? So we start to peel an onion, and as we get deeper and deeper, we cry a bit more. So there are certain points where you couldn't get to the center of the onion unless you've done the other layers on top. So don't feel that you're taking any steps back when you're going in deeper about something that perhaps you might have done before. And this is the message here with the Four of Swords here. I'm getting the word canopy for you, so whatever that might mean for some of you, but whether it's a canopy, as I was saying, a canopy of leaves, a canopy of trees, walking outside, meditating, whatever it is, but I'm getting the word canopy that's come through, and it's very important for those of you that are resonating with this reason, my darling. And there is silent and listen contain the same letters, and in this space she is silent and she can listen. So try not to fill your life at this time with a great deal of noise, perhaps other people's noise. I know that you shouldn't be, because I can see the Chariot's like, yeah, no, I know I shouldn't. But take time to nurture what is a heavy heart at the moment, and heavy means a lower energy, and you are you're so capable of doing this, and Spirit is saying you're so ready to do it. This is the camel. You are the master of endurance, but you can thrive, you can grow through this. And one last card, please. Thank you for Cancer. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Ten of Swords and the Sun card. You have assistance, you have help. Okay, this is the Ten of Swords with the little, I would say the little b here as well. You know, the Ten of Swords are, it's about an ending, but it's also about a new beginning. And so Spirit is saying there is an ending coming. Okay, there is an inevitable ending. It's a little bit like that back and forth energy, but nothing, time heals. It doesn't go on forever, but there is a progression that's happening. Lift your head up high, my darling. Smell the roses, smell what is there, see what is there in front of you that is there, that will bring a smile to your face. The Ten of Swords is you are going to rise up from this. You will come forth from this completely in a different mind concept. The swords are the point where we get to with the Ten of Swords, where we actually said, you know what, no more, actually, no more. I understand, I resonate, I feel it, and I wish to affect a really powerful, positive change in my life. And the universe is constantly listening to you and will respond as such. And this is the Sun card that's come in, and this is about the inner healing that, although you may feel like this at the moment, this is how your soul's feeling. Because there is an embracing, you are going through a concept now of looking at yourself, of understanding why things have happened, but also not why things have happened, but also why you do certain things, why you say certain things, why you react in certain ways to things. This is, you know, the sun helps things to grow. And so this is about you nurturing yourself. And this is natural healing that's happening at this time. And in order for, like, the sunflower to grow tall and strong and independent, my darling. So you will heal and you will move on from this. And actually, once you apply the concept that you can do this, you're going to fly through this. It's like riding a bike, isn't it? So, so let's have a look to see what your message is, sweetie, for this reading for Cancer. Thank you. Fear has come out. Fear has come out here. Fear, practically the fear of failure, is the main thing that holds us back in life. However, when we look logically at this fear and realize that setbacks are not the end of the world, but in fact, they can be used to drive our future successes, we free ourselves to face challenges with a clear and confident attitude and strive freely towards becoming our best selves. I am fearless in the face of failure. I will not let fear prevent me from being my best self. Fear, feeling excited and ready for what is to come in for you. Don't fear the unknown now, because the unknown is full of possibilities for you. We have been taught to fear the unknown. We have been taught to believe in structure around us, structure that we can hold on to. But actually, there is something you've got here. Two major arcanas that have come out for you, and these are big life-changing cards for you, and you are you've actually subconsciously put out something. You've actually instigated the ending of something in your life in order for you to rise up away from it. And this wonderful little bee that if only the bee could understand the importance of the bee, and it's like you're coming into an understanding of how important you are, but the bee wouldn't understand that, because it's just going through life not understanding, actually, if it wasn't for bees, you know, our ecosystem would not be what it is. So you're coming into an understanding of the importance of who you are and the integral part of who you are in the life that you are living. And whatever experience you've just gone through is coming to it. The end of that healing is coming to an end in order for you to come out of it in a very different, powerful way, my darling. But you have to take time to nurture. If you ignore it, if you don't take the time, if you out of fear, for facing what you might find and addressing your feelings. If you don't take time to find out, if you don't take time to understand yourself, if you don't take the time to do this for yourself, you will be presented with the same situation down the road, perhaps with a different experience. Take the time now, because there is something extraordinary for you up ahead, but it can only present itself when you are in a place of understanding of yourself. I trust that makes sense for you, my darlings. So much love to you, and I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. So Taurus, my darlings, you are the next that have come up. So let's have a look to see what wishes to come out for you. For Taurus spirit, thank you. For Taurus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What wishes to come out for Taurus? In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to do a little quick. I feel a little trouble. Thank you very much. Wishes to come out for Taurus. Hope you're all well, guys. There we are. Taurus. There we go. Life force energy number 1. Wow, they're very powerful time at this time for you, my darling, for anything creative projects or adventures or experiences that you're embarking on at this time, perhaps new job opportunities or something that you're in the midst of doing or manifesting. Really powerful time for you. It says, life force energy, it's time to engage in activities that rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. So when we, this energy, when we allow this energy to come up through us with no resistance, it is amazing. And you know that feeling that you get when you are in the throes of doing something that does feel like it's fuels you with fire. You're just passionate about it. That's life force energy coming through you. And when you're in that space, you are non-resistant life force energy, and anything that is our imagination, that is our inspiration, to inspire, to breathe in, is all life force energy. It's all part of our divine plan. So listen to that. There is something that I feel that you're tired at the moment. To rejuvenate is to say that you're feeling a lethargy, you're feeling a tiredness because you are not engaging at this time in your pursuits of happiness. I'm receiving your pursuits of happiness. So with this life force energy, it is time to engage in those activities. So whatever it is, my darling, that makes you feel, do you know what, actually I'm going to go and have a swim. I'm going to go and have a cold water swim. I'm going to go and have an ice bath. I'm going to go and walk the dog. I'm going to go and play some tennis. I'm going to go and paint. I'm going to go and write. That is just as important to, it's almost like being a battery, isn't it? That you know, you need to charge yourself up, and you may have been giving too much of your energy away at this time. So you need to recharge yourself. A lovely person once said to me that, you know, people are either radiators or drains. And so you need to fill your radiator. I feel your radiator has been drained, and you need to fill your radiator, my darling. And, you know, with batteries, it's, you know, it's about that attention that you're giving, like the AA battery. It's action and attention you're giving at this time. And AAA, I'm receiving action, attention, and achievement. So there is a certain amount of things that you're going to achieve better if you make the time, give yourself the time to replenish your energy, and then nothing is stopping you. So let's see where you are right now. Rejuvenate just means it's all there. You just need to give yourself a zing. Give yourself a zing, my darling. Right, let's see where you are right now. This is Taurus. Thank you. Thank you for Taurus. Yeah, look at this. You've got the 9 of Pentacles has come out. So this is you, okay, as an energy. This is what's around you as well at this time. The Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards because the 9 is about the attainment of your goals. And it's because you're living life consciously. And there is a certain, I'm getting the word, certain flamboyancy, certain spontaneity with how you live your life, which is so wonderful. And there's a flair. You have a flair, my darling. That's what I'm receiving, a flair. And that's come through facing fears in the past, through certain acts of courage that you have done for yourself. I feel that you have had some opportunities that have come in recently for you that you have chosen to ignore. But I also feel that you've come to a place in your life where there is it's not so much a laissez-faire approach, but it's more, well, it's a combination of a laissez-faire approach and also a little bit of boredom, I would say. There's a little bit of boredom seeping in because things are just a little bit too easy for you now. And actually, you're interested in learning new things. And this is an aspect of the rejuvenation that you're being asked to do, your mind, body, and spirit, because that lethargy is coming from the soul, you not stretching yourself at this time. And the falcon here represents you looking at perhaps going off in a new direction and doing something that's new. And the little snail here that's in the background, there is something that once you set that falcon off, once you choose to look in a new direction, you will then notice that you will see that there is something coming towards you in your energy space. And that something is coming in and leaving a trail behind it. So it's really interesting. I love the snail because the snail is the one that wins the race, and there is no rush to this. You understand this. You understand how to live life consciously. You understand about manifestation. You understand about divine design. And there is here the 6 pentacles up here. So it's about the wonderful giving and receiving, the balance in your life, the balanced perspective that you have. And also it's time for you to receive now. It's time. The 9 of Pentacles is a wonderful card. And that I feel is almost like the last pentacle coming in for you, but you're really consciously looking at moving in a new direction. And this is going but that doorway to that is perhaps being slowed in terms of opening by you not being in the right energy space to receive. So what can you do to replenish yourself at this time? And Spirit's advice for you, thank you, Spirit, is the 8 of Wands. So, and I love this. It's almost like you're getting a nudge from the universe now. In the universe, the energy, the movement of the universe is taking you in a direction. And enjoy the ride, they're saying. Enjoy the ride. With this frog here, the frog is choosing to run rather than take a leap. So you're not quite leaping into this, and I feel like you understand you've kind of almost got to do this, but there is a certain fear about moving in this new direction. But the 8 of Wands, as I said, it's about movement. It's about taking action now. It's about where you're giving your drive, your attention, your focus. Give it to change, to success. I don't know if you're looking to travel as well. But you can't, it's part of your divine design. And it's part of the rejuvenation. It's part of the new, it's like you getting ready for this new chapter in your life. Okay, so that's your 8 of Wands. And I'm going to wrap it up, my darling, with an affirmation for you. Thank you. If you have ideas that are happening this time, start to put them into action. That's the law of preparation. If there has been communication from the universe that you can't ignore, then go with it. Okay, go with it at this time. You are prepared to move in a new direction. I just feel you're ready. You're so ready for it. And the universe knows you're ready for it. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that almost fell under my desk. So honesty. Honesty. Okay. As policies go, honesty is up there with the best of them. A healthy respect for the truth can result in gaining more truthful respect from others, and being honest with ourselves increases our clarity in life. Naturally, the odd white lie may occur, e.g. in order to save someone's feelings, but generally the more honest we are, the more straightforward and rewarding life is. I have love and respect for the truth. I will strive to always be honest to others and myself. So sometimes it's much easier to lie to ourselves, isn't it, about something, or choose to see something in a certain way, because perhaps another way might ask us to move beyond our comfort zone. So this is a moment for you to think about how honest you're being with yourself about the situation that you're in, and perhaps how honest you're being about your what you're engaging in, where your attention is going at this time, and how that makes you feel, as opposed to where you feel that you ought to be giving your attention. And sometimes, as this card says, you know, we choose not to do something for fear of hurting somebody else's feelings. If everything is as it is intended to be so, and everything happens for a reason, and something that feels right for us, but we know might upset somebody else, ultimately, if we choose to do something that is right for us, then the ripple effect of that is honest. The ripple effect of that is truth. The truth will set you free. And what is right for us is ultimately, in the ripple effect of that decision, right for others, even though it might not be necessarily apparent straight away. But in hindsight, we can see it was right for all concerned. So it's very important now that you're truthful with yourself about what it is that you are perhaps choosing to not see or not do at this time. So there we are, my darlings. I trust that has helped you, and I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. In the meantime, take care, my darlings. Capricorn, my darlings, let's see what your overriding message is from the Guiding Light Oracle for you today, my darlings. Thank you for Capricorn, which wishes to come out. We have Soul Searching has wanted to come out for you, number 44. So 4, remember, is about stability. 2 lots of 4s with this. Talks about the increasing importance for you about searching for the truth in order for you to receive perhaps a more stable, balanced perspective of something that's happening at this time. It's time to go within, it says, and uncover your true feelings, to soul search. When we're searching for the soul's truth, we're searching for the essential truth. We're searching for the truth that will set us free. Free from what? Free from perhaps misconceived ideas, free from perhaps a cloudy perspective of something, free from perhaps something that's been holding us to something or somebody else. Freedom to make choices that come from an essential place of truth. And you have all the answers there within you. You just have to put the question out. You have to be on a quest to seek the answers. Pose the question out there. Say, thank you. Thank you for the answers coming forth from through you, through the path of non-resistance from within you. Thank you for the universe presenting those answers to you. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings. We can sometimes make a decision about something and stick with that decision, with that perspective, even though our gut, our instinct is telling us it's not quite true, but perhaps sometimes it's easier for us to stick with a truth that is easier to swallow. And the universe is saying, it's time for you to actually truly know how you feel about something, as opposed to what you might wish or desire to feel. And sometimes what we wish and desire to feel brings us a whole lot of unhappiness, as opposed to the happiness that we're seeking to obtain through those feelings. I trust that makes sense, my darling. So let's have a look to see your state of mind, state of energy at this time, using the Tarot of Curious Creatures. Thank you for Capricorn. So we have got the Devil card has come out alongside the Queen of Swords. So very, very interesting, my darling. You've got here the major arcana of the devil. So this is a life experience, sweetie, that you're going through at this time. And I feel that there is this resistance that's happening because of perhaps, and it's that sort of temptation that is there. So I'm so sorry. I just had occasionally my computer, although I have my phone on silent, my computer pops up with things. So let's have a look at the devil card for you, my darling. So this is you in this place of not listening to those truest feelings that you have, perhaps in a place of self-doubt about a situation, and perhaps procrastinating because of that self-doubt about that situation. I feel that you've been pulled away from a path that you are intuitively knowing that you're meant to be on. And I feel as well, because of the Queen of Swords here, there is this juxtaposition within you at this time. This is the Queen of Swords here is coming out as the owl here. So there is great wisdom in the truth. There is great wisdom when you speak your truth. There is great, the Queen of Swords is representational of an energy within you that desires to know the truth, desires to speak the truth, desires to be able to fly free because of that truth, desires to create healthy boundaries with people, doesn't want to have any form of energy around them that pulls them back into an old way of being. And perhaps, you know, with the two cards here together, this is about you being presented at this time with a situation that is asking for you to really dig deep, because you already sense the truth within the situation. And perhaps you're being pulled into an energy, as I said, that might be representational of old scars that you've been carrying around with you, and that the universe is presenting this energy to you in order for you to release those old scars. Sometimes when we don't dig deep to find the truth, we don't look for the lesson in a situation or relationship, it comes back around in another form in order for us to take notice, in order for us to see, oh, I see, okay, so I've done this before with somebody else, or I've done this before with something else, and this is a repeat of that lesson for me, in order for me to see it for what it truly is and to release. So you have it within you, my darling. You have the truth within you. The owl is here, and your eyes are closed within this. So I feel that there is a sense of you coming almost to a submission of this situation now, to say, do you know what, I really want to understand what's going on, and I want to understand also why I'm behaving in a certain way, or why that person's behaving in a certain way. And is that a pattern of behavior that's been within me for a while, or it's been within them for a while? Because when we seek to discover why we do certain things, that understanding releases so much of other misunderstandings we may have about other people as well as ourselves. So what's Spirit's advice for you, for Capricorn? Thank you. And you're ready to kind of come into a different expression for yourself. You're ready to be authentically you in so many beautiful ways. And I feel that there has been up to a point you settling to be somebody else in order to please somebody else, and the universe is saying, no, now this is time for you to come into the full expression of who you are. Thank you. Just move my sleeve there, because my bracelet is making quite a lot of noise. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me, thank you for showing me advice for Capricorn. Thank you. Try not to believe necessarily what others tell you about you, is the message I'm getting. Everybody's perception of us is very different from ourselves, and we never really know who our true self is unless it's the essence of us. That's that source energy presence within us, which is the same within everybody else. But That's why relationships are so important, because they give us the opportunity to get to know ourselves better. But everybody has a different perspective on life, and everybody's truth is their own truth. But you are the only person that's with you for your entire life, and you're the only person that can go within and feel how you feel about things. And you're the only person that has your own inner guidance system about situations or people. And it's very important that you trust that now, and that you don't necessarily trust what other people's perceptions are of you, your situation, where you are right now, or this relationship. You've got to listen to yourself, because you and only you have direct perception of your life, my darling, and you and only you can feel what that feeling is within each and every present moment. That is advice from Spirit for you there. And I'm just going to give you one more card. Thank you. Absolutely. Two queens have come out here, and I've got here the Queen of Wands, and on the bottom of the deck we have got the Nine of Wands. This is you doing it your way. I'm getting doing it your way. 9 is about the attainment of your goals, my darling, and Wands are about the action and the desire, the intent, the determination that you're doing in order to attain those goals. So I know that you are feeling at this time, there is a certain amount of, with this Queen of Wands, there is something that you are in desire of, and there is something that you're not giving up on. And Spirit is saying, don't give up on it, but perhaps have a different perspective about how you're going to receive it. The Queen of Wands, as opposed to the Nine of Wands, is an energy that sits. Now, lionesses, by the way, do so much for their pack, or their pack, is it the pack? They do so much for their pride. Thank you. They do so much for their pride. They do it all. They hunt, they look after the cubs, they do it all. So, but this Queen of Wands is sitting here in a state of blissful anticipation, because she understands that whatever she is desiring, she will receive, but she may not receive it quite in the form that she feels that she may receive it. This Queen of Wands doesn't necessarily know what animal she's going to hunt, okay, as the lioness. She knows that nature will provide. She knows absolutely subconsciously, unconsciously, that if she uses all of her senses and she listens to what she's really good at doing, because she has a gift, and she listens to what she's doing, and she listens to herself, and she trusts herself, that nature will provide. And so the universe, I feel, is saying to you, you've put out a desire of what it is that you are looking to manifest. Trust that the universe will bring into you that which you desire, but it may not be what you think from the mindset you want. But actually, it's going to be better than what you want, and more attributed to where you are, and also something that you may not imagine that you want right now, but it is an aspect of what you desire, but it is according to thy will, not my will, because it is for your greatest good. So if you allow the manifestation to come back in a form that is ever evolving, and not according to what you may wish, you think you want we've all got this limited mind when it comes to our desires, and the universe is limitless. Allow what is to come back to you to be limitless, my darling. And the Nine of Wands is, don't give up on this, but there is something that you have to go within and uncover your true feelings about. And what I'm feeling is that if you haven't been successful to this point now, perhaps with relationships, perhaps with whatever it is you're looking at for your life path or career, to uncover your true feelings about what is the resonant vibration, message, signature that you are giving out to the universe about you. What are you giving out? Because the universe is responding to that. It responds to who you are, my darling. So think about subconsciously, or in those moments when you are in a sort of downward spiral about life and yourself, What are you sending? What is the message you're sending out? Because that is counterproductive. That's almost like the Nine of Wands. It's counterproductive to this very powerful energy of when you're sitting in a vibration of, I command, I am deserving of. So there we are, my darling. You have got the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It was upside down. It's just to say that you are ready. You are ready to receive. But do you feel you're ready to receive? If you are resisting through self-doubt and through lack of a self-belief and through a misguided perception of yourself that perhaps others have given you, you cannot receive that which you desire. So uncover your true feelings about what it is and perhaps do some work on that for yourself in order to flip this card from that way to that way, because you deserve this recognition and this success, my darling. You deserve it. So just have a little think about that. There we are, my darlings. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading, and I look forward to doing another one for you next week. So much love. Libra, my darlings, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's see, first of all, what the Guiding Light Oracle has for you. And this is the overriding theme message for the reading for you. First of all, thank you for Libra. We have got Beacon of Light has come out for you. Number 63, you are a leader, teacher, and mentor for many people around you. Number 6 is harmony, my darling, and number 3 is growth. So there is at this point in time within your life harmonious growth that's happening. Harmonious is a very beautiful word, because when we think of harmony, we think of a song, we think of something that is pleasing to hear. And so I feel at this time that you are feeling, in a sense, you have a sense of pleasure and a sense of joy and appreciation for where life is at the moment for you, for where you are in this present moment within your life. And everything, harmony also is to say that you are in harmony with what it is that you're looking to achieve. You're in harmony with the universe as an energy form at this time. There is harmonious growth happening for you. So if there is any self-doubt that you may be having at this time within your chosen life path, as a leader, teacher, and mentor for many people around you, trust that if these words, a beacon of light, resonate with you, and perhaps other people have said the same thing, when more than one source says the same thing to you, it's an affirmation, it's a message from the universe, my darling, a beacon of light. You draw people towards you, and you draw them towards you at a point of their life when they are needing of a message from you, and you are a messenger of the universe. You are a messenger of spirit. You are one who the universe, as we all do for so many in our lives, sometimes without realizing, but you are that person that the universe has sent at that particular point in time to assist that person. So you are effectively God's messenger, universe's messenger, spirit's messenger, whatever you want to call it. So never doubt, and never have any doubts about what it is that you are doing, and never have any anxiety or fear surrounding anybody coming to you that you may feel that you may not be able to help, because they've been sent to you for a reason. So somebody very wise told me that, and when I first started doing tarot, and it was something that resonated with me so deeply. So I am now passing that on. So let's see where you are right now. Thank you. It's interesting. I wanted to come out. Justice card. Well, look at that. The Justice card. I'm so sorry. The Justice card has wanted to come out for you. So, my darling, the lovely thing about the Justice card is that it's about you at this time finding. We know the Justice card is about balance, but it's about you finding at this time something within you, or something within a situation, but I'm really feeling this is sort of within you, because it's how you've been talking to yourself. It's about how others have been talking to you. It's about what you've been communicating at this time, but it's about finding out something, and something that rings true is the expression that I'm getting. And it is also about something that is allowing you to move forward in a way that is very fulfilling. And that's why you've got this beacon of light has come out for you here. And it's all about you now making those decisions for yourself that continue to be balanced, having a balanced perspective, understanding different aspects of something that's happening at this time. And this harmonious growth is an aspect of this Justice card, and it is all working out for you according to spiritual law, according to also what you are listening to. I keep getting that thing about you're listening at this time, and you're consciously listening as well. And you're consciously, you know, when something is just, it is fair. And so there is a very fair outcome that's happening at this time. And in the universe's energetic realm, everything is fair, everything is balanced. Spiritual laws are not there to condemn. They're not there to be in judgment of. They are always there, spiritual laws, to encourage, to allow, to give opportunity for shifts and changes and evolving states of being. So I love to see this Justice card here for you. And with this parrot as well, I really feel that there is a flair with whatever you are doing at this time, with whatever there's a kind of wonderful balance happening between the cause and effect, between the choices you're making and the inherent consequences that are within them. There is a balance going on, and what you're giving out, you're receiving back. But it's in a way that I feel that you have, as a teacher, as a guide, you're showing a very practiced approach to living your own life at this time. I trust that makes sense. Let's have a look to see what Spirit's advice is for you. Thank you for Libra. I feel for you as well, with this beacon of light and this Justice card, that this is, it's like the choices that you've made in the past and the choices that you're making now are only showing you more and more and more how much you are on your life's path, the right path for you. And the choices you're making now have a long-lasting impact on future choices in your life. And so the universe is showing you, Spirit is showing you about the importance of that continued balanced perspective. And I feel sometimes that you do so much for others as a leader, teacher, and mentor for many people around you, that I think sometimes, although it is very fulfilling for you from as a practice, I'm getting as a practice that you're doing, I think sometimes there is a forgetfulness within you about applying the same for yourself. That's where the parrot is appearing in my mind. It's sort of talking a lot, and I feel that you do so much coaching and assistance of others, but Spirit is asking you to repeat that back to yourself as well. Sometimes I think that you forget yourself in this whole process of being the beacon of light for others, of which you are amazing. You are a leader, you are a teacher and a mentor for many people around you. And as a beacon of light, you draw people in. So there is, your energy is engaging and welcoming and encouraging, but we can sometimes do so much for others that we forget to do it for ourselves. So the universe is just asking that little question: how much of this are you doing for yourself right now? Because this is a choice that is almost going to change everything for you going forward. And you need, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the Three of Wands. How much are you doing for yourself right now? Because there is I feel that there is a business decision for you to make. I feel that there is a choice for you to make that's very important for your future balanced growth as well. And I feel that you have the foresight and the vision to to create this. And when we talk about the foresight and the vision, it's the seed of it, isn't it? It's the seed of the idea. And a seed of an inspired idea is something that's coming from source energy. And then our actions, our desires, our intentions around that grow that seed into reality as something that blossoms. So the Three of Wands is to say that you've already put something out there, as above, down below, as in front of you, whatever the expression may be, Spirit. But you've already put something there, and it's something that is a noble cause, okay? And it is something that is beginning to appear in your life. And so there is this moment of Spirit saying, the time is nigh, you know, seize the day now. It is appearing because you are drawing it in like a magnet towards you, as a beacon of light as well. You're drawing it in towards you. You are ready. You may not think you're ready. And I feel this is that, coming back to that parrot about what you're saying to others, are you receiving that yourself? Because you are ready. You are prepared for it. And something has already or will get your attention very soon, but there is a beautiful beginning to this that's happening. Trust in it. It's here, or it's coming very soon. Thank you. One last message, please, for Libra. It's coming, my darling. The Page of Cups and the Magician. So I'm so sorry. This is a reminder for you that you have, I feel with this Page of Cups as well, I feel that you are beginning to do some form of training, some form of additional skills, some form. It's like okay, thank you, Spirit. So I feel either for some of you, it's something that you're doing as a sort of a course, a very much structured course that you're doing in order to expand on your skills. For others of you, it is, and in doing that course or skill, it's coming to you really easily. It's because you already had it within you. Maybe it's from past lifetimes. It's a part of your DNA, but it's something that comes naturally to you. You're very talented at this, and there's a flair. You might call it a flair, a flamboyance to whatever it is, but you're growing in skill very quickly with it. And for others of you, it is simply this wonderful shift, balanced shift of energy or perspective of, actually, do you know, I'm quite good at something. I'm quite good at, and whatever it is that you do, my darling, as a healer, a light worker, a coach, a guide, a teacher, a leader, whatever this may be for you, I feel that there is a different level of it that you have obtained now. There is a skill, and that's because of the consistent hard work and approach. And I'm going to rephrase that. It's not consistent hard work. It's consistent play at work that you've been doing. And there is a little bit of magic involved. And you know, you've got here the polar bear, you know, sort of juggling things like the magician here. There's a little bit of magic involved in this state of being, in this state of mind, because you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe also in the universe, and in that there is something that is greater than all of us. And that belief is very powerful within you. And you've spent a great time alone. You spent a great time in contemplation of, but there is movement now that's happening for you. And magic also happens when we strive forward with confidence to embrace the unknown. There is a magic ingredient in courage and action and desire. And I feel that you have, with this Page of Cups, taken the sort of first steps for yourself, the first emotional steps for yourself in energetically embracing what it is that you are desiring and holding the energy space for it, sort of holding it in like this, holding this energy space for yourself while it is materializing in your life. And with this Page of Cups, this is this wonderful just energy of you remembering things that you didn't know you would. It's, you know, when we have those aha moments and those resonant moments about understanding about things, it's because our soul is remembering what it's already known. And I feel there's a completely different shift that's happening for you at this time, and it's a bit of a surprise. It's a bit of a surprise. So there we are. It's just give yourself a little bit of a self-talk, as you do so beautifully to others at this time, and just remember, you are a leader. You are a leader, a teacher, and a mentor. It is not something that you are looking to be. You already are that. So be it, my darling, and be it in as many different forms as the universe is giving you. Expand in different ways to offer the services that you do. Continue to do that, my darling, because it's all part of your growth and your evolution. So I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading, and I look forward to doing another one for you next week. In the meantime, take care, my darlings. Bye-bye. Pisces, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's see what the Guiding Light Oracle has for you as an overriding message. Thank you, Spirit, for Pisces. I feel that one wanting to come out. Supernova has come out. The supernova, number 4. 4 is about stability, my darling. And the supernova says an aspect of your personality, your ego self, must die to make way for a new shiny star to be born. What I'm feeling with this, and alongside of that, thank you. Of course, they've given me, because I just randomly, as I was meant to, took out Inspired Action number 22. Focus on inspiration, and the action steps will flow effortlessly. So we all have this naughty, wonderful ego self. And every time we go through different shifts in our lives, different changes in our lives, that we're calling in to our experiences, a part of the ego self is being asked to die. It is to release the perceptions of oneself, or the very strong conditioned behaviors that we have developed since we were little. And so we're given these experiences in our lives in order to say goodbye to that part of our ego, so that we can rise up and away from a perception of ourselves and others and our experiences that is not for our greatest good. And so in each and everything, there is always a little death of the ego that's going on when we allow it to be so. And I feel with you, it says an aspect of your personality. So there is something at this time that is causing you a little bit of a challenge. And there is a new shiny star just waiting to come through, to shine through. And I already feel it's there in so many different reflections for you. You can see it reflected back at you at this time. But there is a certain aspect. This is the time for this certain lesson. If you want to see it as different lessons, this is this certain lesson at this time that you're being asked to focus on, an aspect of your personality. Something needs to go. And it is because it is a hindrance to you rather than a help. Thank you, Spirit. And how to do that is to literally take action, take inspired action. So whether this aspect of your personality is one that says, I can't do this, it is one that's having self-doubt, Spirit is saying, do it anyway, and watch whatever you were fearing fall away. Because when you take inspired action, despite fear, you will find there is nothing for you to fear, because there is a magic ingredient within that inspired action, that within love for doing what you're doing, within that inspiration itself, when there is a magic ingredient of that courage, and it literally dissolves and dissipates that which you were fearing the most. So do it anyway, and it'll fall away. Okay, inspired action, focus on inspiration, and the action steps will flow effortlessly. There will be no effort because the universe is supporting you, and it'll demonstrate its support through wonderful, magical opportunities that are going to present themselves to you. You also will feel like you're flying. The next step will flow easily after the next step after the next step. But there is an aspect at the moment that is asking you to step through this right now and do it anyway. Just no more procrastination. Do something that inspires you today, my darling, and watch what happens because of that. And I feel you know what I'm talking about. To make way for a new shiny star to be born. When we talk about star, when we think about that, we can think about a star in the sky, but we can also think about the conception of a star in terms of somebody who's getting people's attention because of something new that they've done. Somebody who's been celebrated for that, somebody that people are applauding. So there is something that you are creating, producing, whatever at the moment, and it is already written in the stars for you. So maybe you're writing a book, my darling, written in the stars. It's already part of the blueprint, but there is something that is stopping you from moving forward at this time, and you're simply being asked to focus. Literally, Spirit is saying, focus on inspiration. Focus on your inspiration. Stop focusing on the fear. And if you focus on the inspiration, the fear will dissolve away. But take the step through it, and it will fall away. So, and it's going to be a big aspect of your growth. Okay, for a shiny new star to be born, it's ready to be born for you. Thank you, Spirit. Let me see where Pisces is right now within your energy space, within the mindset at this time. We've got the Chariot card has come out for you. Bear with me. Number 7 has come out for you. So what I'm feeling with this, and this is a major life experience for you that's happening right now. And you've got here the camel, and there's a sort of little bit of a sort of yes, I know kind of grin going on with this camel. There is a lot of energetic movement around you, okay? There's a lot of things happening for you right now. There's a real sense in so many aspects of your life of a sense of progression, of movement that's happening. And the camel is more than equipped to deal with a emotional landscape at this time that might be for you a little bit unstable, a little bit sort of sparse. You know, I'm thinking about the desert, but you're more than equipped to do this journey, and you're meant to do this journey. You're the camel, you're meant to do this journey. You can be very sure-footed within it, but actually Spirit is saying, you're going to do it in a different way. You're going to do it in a way that once you take that first step, things are going to speed up exponentially for you. And it's going to be like riding a bike. You're going to remember what you've already known. And the movement then is going to be considerably faster than you are anticipating it for it to be. So whatever is going to happen, and that's why it's saying it's going to flow effortlessly for you. I can never say that word, effortlessly. It's not effortless. There is this new shiny star to be born, and it's you, my darling, whatever this achievement is. So let's see what Spirit's advice is for you. Thank you. Thank you. Just once you start with this, right? Once you start with this, it is a development. So you're taking that inspired, what does it say? Inspired action comes from inspired thoughts. It comes from something that you are innovating within you. And when you are taking those steps, you're developing a skill. And it's for you as much as it is for anybody else. So, and it's going to be like riding a bike. You've done it before. You've done it in other lifetimes. It's really interesting. And when you have to kind of practice a little bit, but then it comes effortlessly. I can't say this word. So when it comes, it's because you have created this flow of consistent approach in your inspired action, and you are creating the momentum of the change for yourself through the energy that you are giving. I feel, thank you, Spirit. One more card. Yeah. So there is, and I don't know where this has come from with your life, in your life, but there is still a great sadness, a heartache that is still present within your energy space. This is Spirit's advice for you. And they want you to acknowledge that is still there within you. It is an aspect of your personality, ego self, that is dying at the moment to make way for this new shiny star. And this, you can't take this energy with you into this new shift that you're entering into. Let it out, okay? Let it out, scream it out, shout it out, do whatever it is to release it, but acknowledge that it is still there. There is something with this Three of Swords. Threes are always about growth. So there is something that is present within you, that it will enable you to grow from it once you both acknowledge it is there, release it with understanding that it is coming from the inner child of you. And with the egg here, it talks about the birth, then the shattering of, it's perhaps the shattering of illusions that you might have had. Illusions are an interesting word, thank you, Spirit, because illusions are us choosing to see something the way that we intend to see it, from our perspective, from our perhaps cloudy lens of life, perhaps from our ego self, as opposed to how it truly is. So we tend not to see things as they are, but as we are. And this is, I feel, a shattering of those illusions for yourself about something in your life. And this needs to be released at this time. And I feel, though, because of the egg here as well, it's going to be a whole new, something new and extraordinary is going to come out of this. And because we've got this new shiny star being born, and I've got this Wheel of Fortune as well, the new version of you, the new expanded version of you, the next new grandest version of you is going to come out of this with so much kind of release having been done, because the Wheel of Fortune, and you know, very rare breed, I might add as well, because you've got here the white tiger. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the energy that is to come in, that is there present. Okay, this is Spirit is saying it's present around you. And it is all according to divine laws. So you are acting in accordance with the divine law at this time. Everything is happening as it's meant to unfold for you. But as an aspect of that, in terms of you taking inspired action or the next step forward for yourself, it is about acknowledging this Three of Swords at this time, whether this is something that's happened yesterday, last week, last year, 5, 6 years ago. It's about digging deep with those feelings within you. But this Wheel of Fortune is to say, oh my goodness, you are coming out of this. You've already in another realm, it's already happened. You're coming out of this as something that's really quite rare indeed. And somebody whose energy is all allowing, all encompassing in a powerful way. Somebody who, when they make an appearance, everybody's going to be so delighted to see them. So I feel like you're going to be on stage, you know, a new shiny star, you're going to be on stage. And it will be quite rare. It will be a real treat for you to be on stage. I trust this is making sense. This may be for just a few of you, but I don't know. I feel there's more out there as well, that because the whole world is going through a huge shift at the moment. So whether this is for you to come center stage and do things and to present, whatever it is, my darling, but it's going to be a real treat for people to be able to see you. And it's all unfolding according to divine law. And I tell you something else with the Wheel of Fortune. If you allow it to evolve how it's meant to, and you're open to all sorts of wonderful different concepts and ideas and opportunities, then what is coming in for you is far going to exceed any expectation that you have of it for yourself. Because our expectations tend to come from the limits of our mind as opposed to the limitless energy of the universe. And it's all there for you. So there we are, my darling. And they are asking you with number 2, the High Priestess at this time. You already know this, okay? And but there are things that you don't yet know, but that you will know. This is kind of like the keeper of secrets. This is also the crow, being the sort of death and rebirth. In the rebirth of yourself that is evolving out of this situation, there is then knowledge that's going to be presented to you that you didn't know before, but it's coming to you within your divine design. Because sometimes if we know the knowing too soon, it disrupts the lesson and the release that comes from that lesson, from the understanding of that lesson. We go through certain understandings at an exactly specific divine design, divine point of time for ourselves. And so trust that everything will unveil itself, that may not yet be available for, for you right now. And also trust that although the future is not yet revealed for yourself, it is revealing itself within your sensing of it and within signs that you're getting. So observe very closely all of the signs, very clear signs, the black and the white here as well, remember, with the yin and the yang. Observe the signs that you are receiving. Now, with yin and the yang, it's about that balance in your observation of both yielding to what is happening, being sensitive as well, and to what you are seeing as well. So, being on all sense alert to signs that you're receiving, and receive those signs. Believe those signs when you receive those signs. And with the yang, my darling, it is to say that then with that understanding, you then decide what direction, what directive you are going to take with your inspired action. That is the directive. That is the male version of you, the divine masculine in you, giving the command to the universe, because it is listened to its divine feminine, who has been receptive for the inspired thoughts and knowings that have come through. And that is the beautiful balance of duality. And also, we have to be balanced in order to ride a bike. So you've got this, my darling. You've got this. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading, and I look forward to doing another one for you next week. In the meantime, take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.